We're going to tell you about the power rankings, the NFC power rankings. JPA Football, very good place to watch, to check it out on Twitter or X. JP here's the NFC power rankings. Where are your Detroit Lions, folks?
They're number three right now, behind the Eagles, and the Washington Commanders have passed them. And I believe we do have a winner for the Grand Slam Festival.
And don't count Chase.
So El Gato Players, we are not going to count Chase. The guy is 3, Players is 4, and El Gato gets him.
El Gato is the winner.
El Gato is the winner.
El Gato, you're going to text me. I want you to make sure you hit me up at Maz at Woodward Sports. I'll put that in there. All right, guys, go ahead.
All right, very good. Okay, so let's get back to this, Braylon Edwards. This is the NFC way too early power rankings. This was put out by FanDuel Sports. And again, they have the Lions third here on this list, behind the Eagles and the Commanders. I think this is pretty fair. In fact, I would have probably put them behind the LA Rams, to be quite honest with you. But nonetheless,
for the NFC?
In the NFC?
Wow.
You think the Lions are better than the Rams right now?
I don't know, but fifth don't sound right to me.
No, I would have fourth.
Yeah, it'll be fourth. You just don't like the way it sounds?
Yeah. Don't, because we had the Lions as the top 3 NFL team just last year.
They've got the Vikings 10th on this.
So that's what I was going to start.
Come on.
Hey, you say you don't like that? You're the one complaining about the Lions' moves the last 3 weeks.
I know that.
So,
but now that I'm looking at it,
yeah,
it's hard. It's hard for me to put Washington over them. I don't believe Washington is better than the Lions. Matter of fact, I totally do not believe that Washington is better. I'll keep the Eagles where they are. They're the world champs. Yeah, they lost some players, but they got other players.
So were you Eagles, Lions, Rams, Commanders?
Yeah. I might even put
say it for me.
Eagles, Lions, Rams, Commanders.
Rams. I might even put the Vikings over the Commanders.
Okay.
I think the Vikings are 4th. I do. Or 5th.
So do you trust? So then, whoever's at quarterback for the Vikings, you trust more than Jaden Daniels?
I trust. Well, Jaden Daniels is one player. I do. I believe he'll have a sophomore slump like C.J. Stroud.
Wow, that's the team I was just going to give you right now.
Yeah.
Is there a Houston-like setback for Washington this year?
Was it a setback, or was it everybody on your team getting hurt? Joe Mixon missed 3 games. Tank Dell was out for the year.
That's part of it.
Not really. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not a slump. Like if I'm a quarterback and I'm missing 3 of my – oh, by the way, Nico Collins missed 7 games last year. Yeah. So I'm like, if I'm a quarterback and all my wide receivers miss 5 or more games, that's not a slump. That's not a slump. But to your point, yeah. I
think Washington is talented. I think, let's face it, if they played that game again this year, I think the Lions would smash Washington. I know they would.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to piss anybody off, so I'll go Eagles, Lions, Rams, and Commanders. I hope you guys are happy with that. That's where I'm at.
You don't have to piss people off.
Yeah.
Do you really believe that?
Maz, it's a stick.
I know, but do you really believe that, number 2?
It's a shtick.
Stick. It's just a stick. No, I don't believe that. I believe currently as constructed, it would be the Eagles.
So put that up again, Pete.
No.
I can go without that.
I know, but I want people to see it again.
Yeah, I got you. Here you go. Eagles. This is how confident am I with my Los Angeles Rams theory. You know what the hell? I go Eagles 1, Lions in a 2A 2B situation with the Rams, Commanders 4, and then Bucks 5.
Hell, I'm gonna go Lions 1, Eagles 2, Commanders 3, Rams 4, Minnesota 5, Bears 6.
I'm just looking at the Rams, where people get pissed about that move. Last year, as it relates, let's figure it this way. Last year, when the season's over, who was a better team, do you think, the Rams or the Lions? When the season was over, who was the better team?
I mean, the Rams were 1 drive away in the snow from
Okay, so who was the better team?
The Rams.
All right.
Rams.
All right, now, Rams off season. You happy with what they did?
Yeah. I am.
Are you happy with what the Lions did?
No.
So then it seems like the Rams would be right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
I just, again, when Lynn Henning was on, he talked about you're just waiting for a trade with the Tigers.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with the Lions right now. I'm just waiting for a trade.
It's not going to happen.
But maybe it happens mid-season. Maybe somebody is having a career year. I don't know who. I'm just making stuff up now. But maybe there's that player out there that could put this team over the top. I don't believe the 28th pick of the draft is going to put the Lions over the top. I just don't. I don't believe the 12th pick in the draft is going to put the Lions over the top if they trade up. I just don't believe that player exists in this draft. I just don't believe he exists. Last
week I started a conversation. I'm going to continue that. At the end of the day, this is what the Lions believe. Lions believe they're already a better team.
Correct.
Like the Lions believe in what they have in the players that would have played last year but that were injured that they re-signed this year. They believe they have their team. They believe they're finding bodies in the offseason. Lopez, Stewart. They're bringing in guys so that they have bodies, so that they have that depth at the end of the year. So we're now looking at what we did last year in the playoffs where you don't have anybody to fill in. If the Lions believe that, I mean, DJ Reed is a good player. Aleem McNeil was starting to come into his own. You guys all said it. Aiden Hutchinson was going to be, maybe, potentially, Defensive Player of the Year. Davenport, when he plays. So if this is the spot that they're in, and they trust themselves, they trust what they put out there in 2024, then the Lions will be 2 on this list. The Lions, because they're bringing in injured players that will basically become new players to a certain extent. Lions will be 2. Eagles are the Super Bowl winner. Got to put them 1. Lions 2. Rams did good. But the Rams behind the Lions 3. Commanders, I still like the Bucks. And then what the quarterback situation will be for the Vikings.
Hey, B. Martin, he's gotten 10 more tickets coming to him.
Let's go.
He's a league leader right now. He has got another super chat, and he says his way too early NFC power rankings. Number 1, the Eagles. Number 2, the Rams. Number 3, the Lions. Number 4, the Commanders. Number 5, the Chicago Bears.
I like it.
I like it, too.
I like it.
A lot of people are high on the Bears. I mean, the Bears.
I like our division.
Look, the Bears have won the offseason. Is that fair to say?
They're up there.
As far
Vikings
as
too.
offseason publicity, the Bears have won that with the new head coach and the offensive line and the defensive line and all the things that they have done. They have won the offseason, the Chicago Bears.
Don't sleep on the Commanders. Don't sleep on the Commanders.
Well, I think the addition.
Are you talking about the coach?
Yeah. Well, the addition of Ben Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Really trumps all of that.
I wasn't thinking in that regard. Yes, you're correct.
So
and his staff. I mean, he brought a pretty good staff with him. So we'll see how they mesh together and how Caleb Williams adapts to them.
Yeah.
Is there a chance that it doesn't work for the Bears this season?
Absolutely, there's a chance because they're the Bears. It just feels like the Bears are just one of those organizations that really, for as good of players as they have, could never put it together. And Ben Johnson has the X's and O's, but does he have the ability to gather a group of men together and say, follow me, lead me? I think the X's and O's, everybody's got the X's and O's. Most people have the X's and O's.
As Robert Saleh did, he had the X's and O's.
Right. It's a great point. If you don't think Robert Saleh can draw up a defense as good as anybody in the league, you're wrong. But he just didn't have the buy-in. Can you get the buy-in from Ben Johnson? Does he inspire these players? Can he speak to them?
I never saw a moment out of Robert Saleh when he was there, whether it was in the interviewing process, whether he was at a podium, whether it was a post-game, pre-game. I never saw that part. I saw a great defensive mind. I saw a guy that loves his players, but I didn't see that. Ben Johnson, when he was in Chicago, the first thing he did, what did he tell all the staff members there? He said, our duty is to these players. Mm-hmm. Like, he made sure as the first thing he said to everybody that was listening, Maz in the Rotunda, did he not? He said, hey, we are here for these players, for them. I think that's a hell of a start in the right direction, Ryan. I don't know what comes after that, but I think that's a great start because if I'm a player, okay, I see why they were successful in Detroit. I'm going to keep my eyes open, but I like the initial thought. Make sure the players know that you guys are here for them first.
Now, Ben Johnson's not going to be a Dan Campbell type of leader, but he could be a Kyle Shanahan. He might be a Sean McVay.
Matt LaFleur.
A Matt LaFleur. Maybe, but
just
Matt LaFleur
he looks like him.
Matt LaFleur has dropped down a few pegs. He's dropped down a few pegs.
Doubt.
He had a rough time here in Detroit with the fan. To me, that tells me if you can get to a coach like that, then you're in his head.
Correct.
And he was never been the same.
You've lost control a little bit.
He's never been the same since that day. Since that Lions fan who got thrown out for the season tickets, remember he was holding the flag.
Unless that's who you are. Because Nick Sirianni does that, but see, that's who he is.
Yes.
So he's not
Sirianni owns it.
Exactly. That's who
owns
he
it.
is. If you try to do something you're not, it messes with you.
Correct.
And I think you're right about Matt LaFleur. It messed with him.
Yep.
He wasn't even straight the whole game.
No.
He was off.
He was wrong the whole rest of the year.
You're right.
So we'll see. I mean, I think Matt LaFleur has plenty of questions and not a lot of answers right now. I think Ben Johnson has plenty of questions and not a lot of answers right now. Dan Campbell has a lot of questions, I think, about how he is going to react. He's got 2 new coordinators. There are still some in-game decisions that I think boggle a lot of Detroit Lions fans' minds. And, Kevin O'Connell is as good a coach as there is in this league offensively. But even that, in the 2 most important games of the season for Minnesota, he could not find a way to protect Sam Darnold. He couldn't find, this offensive genius, Kevin O'Connell, could not find a way to protect Sam Darnold in the 2 biggest games of the year for Minnesota. So there are questions up and down the coaching ranks when it comes to the NFC North.
And that's why Sam Darnold isn't there with the Minnesota Vikings currently, because they could not protect him. That wasn't a protection issue. That was a Sam Darnold issue.
I think he just turned into a pumpkin.
Yeah, agreed.
It was midnight. It struck midnight for him. Hey, before we get out of here, we got to talk about why you stay single as an NFL player. Xavier Worthy, the very worthy rookie of the Kansas City Chiefs, is suing his girlfriend for, lots of things.
So suing his ex-girlfriend, saying she abused him, fabricated claims of domestic violence in an effort to, quote, extort a home, money, cars, and other valuables. Multiple reports saying that. It's so incredible that this story just came out today, because last night I was watching a podcast. By the way, Burn, $5, another entry. I don't know. I saw the
0
day
versus
50 days after Ben Johnson took the Bears job. Viral image. I'm worried for Ben. He looks like a hostage.
He does. He looks like a president.
Fair enough. So as this Xavier Worthy story is coming out today, I was watching a podcast last night, Bill Maher and the comedian Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
I believe.
Oh, nice. I love Andrew Schultz.
They were talking about how, because Bill Maher is single and Andrew Schultz is 3 years married and has a kid. But they were talking about how back in the day, groupies used to try to get over like singers or famous people and try to get pregnant. Yeah. They wanted to get pregnant. That was their ticket.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of them will not do that. They want to trap you to put you in a position where they can sue you. Mm-hmm. That is the goal now.
Like a palimony?
Like they just want to get you in trouble so you pay them off.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that they can move on with their life.
Yep.
So
what do you think Jaden Daniels' mom sits with them everywhere he goes?
Right.
I saw that clip. That was
He was
great.
sitting with Juju.
Yeah, I would have been mad at my mom for that one.
They're just 2 innocent kids talking to each
They're
other.
cousins.
Mom is there. Yeah.
Nobody
they are?
pays attention. They're cousins.
Oh, wow.
They're
That's
cousins.
kissing cousins.
As it relates to what Ryan Ermanni is talking about, I was waiting for my turn because I lived that life.
Yeah.
Like I had to deal with that life.
This is all you.
Like the scariest thing for a professional athlete, you start to get dealing with. It doesn't matter about first round or second round. Scariest thing for a athlete is women. Yeah. It's women. You put yourself in a situation like what Xavier Worthy did, where you have a girlfriend that lives there. She can say anything, and it'll ruin your reputation. Like even when you come out ahead, like even when case in point, Mateen Cleaves.
Yeah.
Once it's out there, it's out there. So now, it's tough. Back in the day, it was getting babies. Trust me. Yeah. I got caught. Back in the day, it was getting impregnated, so you get the child support throughout 18 years or whatever. It's exactly what Ryan said. Now it's about, let me come into the house, let me be a part of this, and then let me put you in a situation where it can be a domestic situation. And now I have the law on my side. Now I have social media on my side. Oh, I'm a woman. It's a professional athlete. It's a black professional athlete. We know how those storylines go. So it sucks. You got to protect yourself, at all times, because you don't win in this situation. How long did it take Derrick Rose? Remember the lady came out and said, "Oh, Derrick Rose and his boys raped me." Yeah. How long did it take him to clear his name?
There's probably still some people out there that have no idea.
Right.
So to all these young
Duke lacrosse, the people who still know about the Duke lacrosse.
All these athletes, professional athletes, when you get this money, man, put yourself and don't trust women. There's some great ones out there, but don't just trust them initially. You got to vet the process.
That's why I think you should get married, so you won't be around that.
That's right.
Yeah, but even with that process, when did you meet this woman? Did this woman know you already? These women, like they prey on you. They know Jaden Daniels is gonna get drafted. He's 22 years old out of LSU. They know his stats better than he knows them.
Mm-hmm.
And they know what club he's gonna be at. They know where he's going. They know where he lives. They know how to bump into him. They know how to be on social media, sliding to the DMs. Like, there's all types of ways, and that's why you see, like Matt said. Go ahead.
I'm not getting political, but the same thing happened to Elon Musk 1 month ago. A girl named Ashley St. Clair, who had claimed to be like buddies, I believe in the same stuff you do. And then she ends up having Elon Musk's kid, his latest child. And then a week later, a former best friend of hers revealed a private message saying that she was looking to trap Elon Musk so she could have a kid forever and tied to him so he can give her money.
Elon Musk is an idiot. Like, first of all,
I'm just saying it happens. So
what I'm saying is you worth 165 trillion. You got to know they trying to have your baby, idiot.
No,
I agree.
He wants the kids. That's the thing.
I know. That's what I was getting to.
I hear you, but I agree.
A little bit different.
But it's
right. These athletes. I understand your point, but I mean, it's crazy, man.
Then there's Tyreek Hill.
Right. I hope. Listen. I hope if Xavier Worthy is that's what you got to do. If you have the truth on your side, you have to sue them.
You do.
Right.
Yeah.
You cannot let it go.
That's
you
correct.
cannot let it go. You got to sue them. All right, Bray, we got to get out of here. We're a minute over.
A minute over, man. We appreciate you guys.
You're gonna be late.
Thanks for listening to the show, man. Tune in tomorrow. We'll have more Ryan Ermanni. Peace, Fire, that Ricky Burns, my man Tom Mazaway, brother. Network.